Minecraft. Survive! This is Brian. This is Exploration and Tactics. This will be episode number 8. And in today's episode, there's going to be lots of heavy editing because I spent a long time doing some sailing as well as some on-foot travel all around the world. But eventually, we will get back to our original spawn point, make a portal back to the Nether to try to connect things up, and the original title screen said survive. Will I? You know me, I'm never one to give things away. Ha ha ha. I am in the mood to explore the overworld again, and so this time I am going to go sailing to the east and see if I encounter anything interesting. Alright, I'm back home after taking a couple days trip. I didn't find anything too exciting, but I did bring back the saplings for the pine trees and the birch trees, so that I can grow some of those trees here and have those types of wood. And in general, I like growing these trees better because these trees grow straight up as opposed to the other kind of normal kind of tree, the most common tree, which sometimes will grow into a crazy giant monstrosity that is kind of a pain in the neck to try to chop down. And so these trees are good from that point of view, and they also just have different colored wood, and so if you want to build with them, you get different colors to build with, and so that's kind of nice as well. So in any case, I'm going to farm a few of these trees, and I will see you guys in a little bit. I'm out sailing again, this time to the west rather than to the east, and I happen to come across this little bit of islands, and the islands are relatively small, but it's funny that this island has one tree, and it's a big one. In any case, I'm going to continue to sail to the west, and hopefully I'll encounter a new biome. I'm really hoping to find a biome either with snow or with mushrooms. So, we'll see what happens. I wish there was a way that you could sprint in a boat. Some of the oceans in Minecraft are really, really big, and then occasionally you find islands like this one! Hello, single bit of grass. I think I'm actually going to make this island a little bit bigger just so I have kind of a waypoint along this journey. Much better! It's about to become nighttime, and though I'm on the ocean, and so monsters can't spawn in the ocean, at the same time it'll be harder to see things on the horizon, I think, and so I'm going to hop out of the boat for a moment. Oops, and hope that the boat doesn't go too far away. But there's a shallow bit here where I can make a tiny little island home for myself to sleep for the night. And I am carrying a bed around on me, and so I will plunk down at the bed, turn the night into daytime, and then continue on my sailing journey. And basically, I headed to the west for pretty much a full day, and then headed a bit to the north, and now I'm sailing back to the east, and basically just trying to, explore a big bit of this ocean, and hope that eventually somewhere I'll find an interesting island that has tundra, or ice, or mushroom biome, or something. It just occurred to me that I've been sailing for about a day or two, and I don't think my food bars have gone down at all. And so I know your food gets consumed based on the activities that you're doing, and so like sprinting takes more, and jumping takes more, and hitting things with your sword takes more, or mining takes more than just kind of walking around. But then I think possibly your food doesn't go down, or only goes down a tiny bit if you're just standing still over time. And apparently sitting in a boat is also another activity that doesn't seem to decrease your hunger very much, if at all. And so that's kind of useful to know. And at the same time, I wonder how the boat is being powered. If it's the case that I occasionally hit escape in order to give the game time to kind of render new terrain in front of me. If it's the case that I'm not pushing the boat, like I'm not actually paddling it, I guess boats just have a magical ability to get powered and go wherever you choose to steer them. And it doesn't take any energy from you, and so, well, that's handy. I have plenty of watermelons for food along this particular journey. But man, the oceans are so big. I mean, I'm just out here and have been sailing all day and haven't seen anything. Like not even a, one block of grass big island. I know basically another, minute or two, and I should get back to the main landmass where my house is. I'm going to end up popping out on that landmass somewhere farther to the north. Occasionally you just see squids spawn all of a sudden in kind of groups of 4 and 8. But, oh, here's another little island. And it looks like we might have some more land coming up over here. So perhaps I'm finally getting back to the mainland. But yeah, so far this whole kind of ocean-going voyage that I've been doing has been pretty disappointing because I really have not found very much. And it's okay with me that the oceans are big, but at the same time, I was hoping to, for the islands that I did discover, find different biomes rather than just kind of the same old biomes. I found a mountain biome, I found a desert biome, I found a village on the edge of the desert biome. I didn't actually go explore the village, I just kind of saw it on the horizon. And perhaps now I'm coming back up to the mainland. We'll see in a moment as stuff starts to re-render. Yeah, this might be a different area that I haven't explored yet. But I still haven't found any snow. Snow is one of the things that I love the most in Minecraft, and that might be where I would set up another base. But before you can set up a base in the snow, you gotta find some. And then finally, the mushroom biomes are completely new. The way I'm going to edit this together, I'll probably sound like I'm repeating myself because I'm saying the same things over and over, but it's been over a long period of time, so we'll see. Ooh, I see pumpkins over here. Obviously, I've been farming pumpkins, but they're still fun to pick up. I might pick these guys up. And at this point, I might be back to where the northern arch is just to the south of me, because it does seem we're back in a kind of mainland area. And so I will let you walk with me for a moment, because I don't think I'm more than, I don't know, 1 or 2 screenfuls or horizonfuls further to the north of the northern arch. And so I expect, yes, especially with these mountains kind of coming up over here, I think we're coming back up on it. There is the northern arch, and so my home is just around the bend, so I will meet you guys back home. After a long ocean's journey where you've been placing beds on little islands, sleeping in them, and then destroying them, it's important to remember to sleep back in your own home bed so that you reset your spawn point. Now, what to do next? So I'm just sailing around day or night now, and I seem to have reached an endless ocean, and I really haven't traveled all that far. But one thing that I did notice is the moon has phases now, and so now the moon is like half dark and half lit up. And I think I'd read that somewhere, but I hadn't actually kind of noticed it for myself. So I guess I'm a little slow, but now I'm noticing that. But yeah, it definitely seems like this is just an endless ocean, because I've been sailing for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes and I haven't seen anything. And so I think it's probably time for me to make a turn and head back. I think eventually I'm going to use Cartograph G to kind of do an overworld rendering just to get a sense of what pieces of the world I have rendered into creation at this point. But it does appear that there's kind of, you know, it could be the case that eventually I'll get past this ocean and something will happen, but it does feel like the Minecraft world has gotten a lot smaller and you only have a few kilometers of land before you just reach endless ocean. And if that's true, that would be a shame, but we'll see what happens. I decided to take a sailing trip around the entire world, and so this is a pretty cool kind of mountain landscape. But basically, it seems like there might be a main continent that's about kind of 3 kilometers by 3 kilometers, and I'm trying to sail around the whole edge of it, and then after it, it's just an ocean biome. And yeah, I'm just sailing all around and really, really, really hoping that eventually I'll find some tundra and snow, and then maybe we could make a nether portal that would take us over there and go live there next, or at least spend some time there to explore around. That does almost look like the head of some sea monster. And there's one little grass block there that's like his eye. I have decided to walk back to my spawn point. I had traveled a bit to the west, and so now I'm headed back to the south. And I see wolves! For the first time in a long time. And unfortunately, I don't know that I'm carrying any bones. But I am curious to know, for example, if wolves attack Endermen. Yeah, I don't have any bones on me right now. But it's good to know that wolves do exist, and so I'm sure at some point we'll find some and maybe tame some and try to use them to fight Endermen at night. Because it could be a good way, if they do attack Endermen, possibly to attack the Endermen, I imagine, just because there's a wolf trapped on top of a tree over here. Do you see this guy jumping up and down on top of this tree? He is a crazy, crazy wolf, and of course I'm setting trees on fire, because that's what I usually do. And yeah, there's just all kinds of wolves around here. Unfortunately, a lot of them are probably going to burn as I burn down a bit of this forest. But that's what happens. Anyway, I'm going to be walking back to the spawn point, and then my plan is to create a nether portal over there and use that to get back to my base at the Northern Arch. And I don't think it'll take very long, and so I will bring you guys back in if anything interesting happens along the way, especially if I manage to find a different biome, which is one of the reasons that I'm doing all this traveling. Here is something that I don't think I've encountered before. 2 surface lava pits that are as close to one another as these two are. So that's a little bit interesting. I'm continuing just to try to walk back to my spawn point. I've passed another village, burned down a couple more forests. Usual stuff. One thing I've been doing on the walk is when I get to these plains with all the tall grass, I've been trying to knock out the tall grass with buckets of water as I pass through. Just because I don't like all the tall grass out here. I think it makes it a little bit harder to see creepers kind of coming over the next hill. And so I just like to get rid of it. And so that's what I'm doing. And I hear a zombie probably down in that cave down there. But he is not my goal right now. My goal is to get back to my original spawn point, set up a nether portal, and have an easy way to get between the 2 main bases that I've created thus far in the game. Okay, and I see torches, and so I must be getting close. Oh, there's a village. I think there was a village just to the north of my original spawn point. And I see torches over here, and so I think I am just about there. And so I will meet you guys when I reach the pillar and the sign. And here is a sheared sheep. And here are some tree leaves that are still degrading because these chunks haven't been loaded. And here is the wooden pillar, and here is the sign, which reads, Brian's Musical Spawn Point. Hooray! We have made it back. And so what I plan to do is dig down and get some obsidian or lava and make a portal over here, and then travel back through the nether, back out to my other base, and that'll also give me more of a chance to explore the nether, and I think kind of approach that fortress that I did find from the other side. And so, yeah, I'm going to get a little bit settled back in over here, and dig down somewhere where I can find some obsidian or some lava, and then go ahead and get things set up. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Wow. Hello, I see you trying to sneak up on me over here. That's a bad skelly. And that's a good sword. I like this smite. Okay. Hello, slime. Goodbye, slime. Okay, I think I have decent inventory to try to travel into the nether from this side by Brian's Musical Spawn Point. And so we will give it a go and see where we happen to come out. Over on this side, I'm not sure if I ate that piece of food or not. I did not. And I hear ghasts. And, ooh, this is an interesting spot. I'm like at the bottom of a deep hole down here or something. Alright, well this is interesting. And the only way out seems to be the top. Well, the good news is this makes my spawn point, or, portal entry point, whatever you want to call it, relatively well protected. There could be gas somewhere above, and so I am going to try to make a staircase kind of up to the top and basically see if this opens up to anywhere or if I'm in a completely enclosed area. So I'll take a moment to do that and see you guys. It does seem like perhaps this is opening up into a bigger area. Yes, I've climbed out to the top, so my portal is down there, and let's just take a peek and see where we are. And I doubt that I'll recognize anything, but if I happen to see a fortress, it might be the same one, because I was definitely heading very far to the south when I did my previous journey into the nether. There might have been a fortress over there. I didn't get a good look. It's dark in the nether as usual. Not too dark. I think the ambient light in the nether is higher than the ambient light outside. Yes, I believe those might be pillars to a nether, what do you call? And so we could definitely go exploring over that way. I just want to light up a little bit more of this area, and I should also mark off the top of this little area where my portal is down here so I can see it better. Okay, so it's down here. I'm going to put kind of a nice ring of torches around here. And I see a ghast over there. Hope that the ghast doesn't start firing on me and end up knocking out all these torches. But basically, with this big cluster of torches, it'll be easier for me to find my portal. And so now I am... Let's see if I'm headed to the north, if I walk over towards this fortress. West, north, yes I am. So it might be the same fortress. And so I'm going to see if there's a good way to walk down to the fortress from over here. And... yeah, it looks like there might be a good way to kind of just walk down over here, maybe, possibly. It's not bad anyway. And so far, this has been a relatively nice trip into the Nether. So yeah, you can see definitely some pillars of a fortress over here. And yeah, it's getting a little steeper. I'm going to have to carve more of a staircase down over here probably. So let me do that. I will see you guys in a moment. Oh, crap, crap, crap!